Just like anything can happen in the game you're about to watch, anything can happen in life. That's why there's Westfield Insurance.
Our employees and agency partners are here for you when the unexpected happens, to help put the pieces back together and give you peace of mind.
In addition to high school quiz shows, we support programs like teen driver safety and community involvement.
The bottom line is that we value what you value.
So thanks for tuning in. Now let's watch these sharp young minds compete in what's sure to be an exciting match.
And now, the Westfield Insurance Brain Game on ONN.
Thanks for joining us for the best game show in television history. It's the Westfield Insurance Brain Game here on the Ohio News Network. We come to you from COSI at the WOSU studios in downtown Columbus. COSI voted the #1 science center in the nation, a place to ask questions and learn more about the world around you. I am your host for the Brain Game, Mike Kallmeyer. Two teams will do battle in this one. Cloverleaf High School. They are Hudson High School and Urbana High School. Hudson is Aaron, Sean, Marcia, and Kim, and Urbana is Megan, Greg, Andrew, and Jack. Welcome to both teams. Let's take a look at the map and see where both of these high schools are located. One is from Urbana, that's in Champaign County, and the other is in Hudson, and that is in Summit County. Best of luck to both schools in this contest. We'll go over the rules for you very quickly before we get started. First round questions are worth 5 points. That bonus question is worth 10 points. Then after the break, questions point values go up. The questions are worth 10 points, and the bonus question is worth 15 points. At the end of the show is 3 minutes of the lightning round. Each one of those questions will be worth 20 points. Before we get started, let's check in very quickly with our judge and thank him, as we always do. He is Dr. John Lettingham from Capital University, Professor Emeritus. He stands guard at the gates of knowledge. There's nothing that Dr. John doesn't know. At least we haven't found it yet. All right, guys, ready for the question. The first category is current events. Remember, this is a 5-point question to start with. Allegations of improper access to government officials by trans-Canada officials have emerged over what project? A pipeline that could create jobs if approved, but would also risk a spill contaminating the Ogallala Aquifer. Down to Kim from Hudson High School.
The tar sands project.
And Urbana High School with a shot at that one. And we go to Greg.
Yukon Oil Pipeway.
We're looking for the Keystone. Keystone is the answer there. Bonus question in current events, 10 points. What governor was criticized for taking a state helicopter to his daughter's baseball game and announced on October 4th, 2011 that he would not run for president, instead remaining governor of New Jersey? Marcho from Hudson High School.
Mircha.
Mircha, sorry about that. Go ahead, Mircha.
Christie.
Chris Christie is his name. He was just correcting his own name, and then he said the right name of the governor. Excuse me, Mayor Chow. That is right. Chris Christie for 10 points. Nice job. Members of Parliament returned to what country's National Assembly in October 2011 after having walked out to protest disputed elections and conflicts with President Hamid Karzai? Over to Greg from Urbana.
Afghanistan.
Yes. What woman and Rafael Solicito were eventually acquitted of the 2007 murder of Meredith Kircher in Italy? What woman? It was Amanda Knox. You might have heard her name in the news lately. 5 people were killed at the funeral of Mashal Tamo, a leader of what people who seek an independent state in current Syria, Turkey, Iran, and Iraq? Over to Greg from Urbana.
The Kurds.
Yes, that's right, the Kurds. What college hosted an event supporting a repeal of Proposition 209 at the same time as the college Republicans hosted a bake sale that charged different prices based on race to protest a re-implementation of affirmative action? What college was this? Over to Greg again from Urbana.
Harvard.
Incorrect. Hudson with a guess there. And Kim.
Yale.
College was University of California, Berkeley, Cal Berkeley. Moving on now to social science, the category now, 5-point question. Vitendus and Toleratus are 2 categories of people after they have experienced what event performed by the Catholic Church on such people as Henry VIII and Martin Luther? the expulsion of a person from the church? We'll go over to Kim from Hudson.
Excommunication.
That's right. What son of Venus and Mars is known for loving Psyche, the Roman god of love? Over to Kim again from Hudson.
Cupid.
Cupid, yeah. Discussing the nature of morality in works like the theory of moral sentiments was what man who used the metaphor of a pin factory and the invisible hand to argue against mercantilism? Over to Greg from Urbana High School.
Adam Smith.
Nice job. Pulled it out right at the last second. Good job. Called Pascha in ancient Greek due to its proximity to Passover, is what Christian holiday that ends a period starting during Ash Wednesday and commemorates, Kim from Hudson High School?
Lent.
Commemorates Jesus rising from the dead. Urbana High School with an opportunity. And Andrew.
Easter?
Easter is correct, yeah. Bonus question in social science, 10 points. A dream about a white elephant with 6 tusks prefaced the birth of what son of Queen Maya, who formulated the 4 noble truths and the 8-fold way in his namesake religion? Over to Greg from Urbana High School.
Buddha.
Buddha is correct for 10 points. Good job. What co-founder of the Psychological School of Behaviorism, after doing research on animals, showed classical conditioning by introducing fear of rats? Aaron, Hudson High School.
Skinner?
Fear of rats to a young child in his Little Albert experiment. And Greg.
Sigmund Freud.
We're looking for John B. Watson was the man. Fine arts, bonus question, 10 points. What American jazz pianist and big band leader is known for the songs Every Day I Have the Blues, April in Paris, and 1 O'Clock Jump? That's Count Basie. What Swiss-born French architect born Charles-Édouard Jeanneret is known for co-designing the UN headquarters in New York, as well as the Villa Savoy? Le Corbusier. What French romantic painter of the Massacre at Chios is known for his depiction of the French tricolor flag in Liberty Leading the People? What painter? Greg from Urbana.
Monet.
Hudson High School with a guess? Eugene Delacroix. A verse drama by Henrik Ibsen inspired what suite featuring movements entitled Morning Mood and In the Hall of the Mountain King by Edvard Grieg? Peer Gynt is the answer there. Goldie and the milkman Tevye have 5 daughters in what musical featuring the song If I Were a Rich Man? Over to Greg from Urbana High School.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Correct. Carl Jacobson commissioned this statue, which was unveiled in 1913 by sculptor Edvard Eriksson. Identify this Copenhagen sculpture based upon a story by Hans Christian Andersen. And over to Mircha.
The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid is correct. Nice job there. Miscellaneous is the category now, 5 points. What legendary musical artist of hits like America and Cracklin' Rosie was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in March? Greg from Urbana High School.
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond's the guy. All right, our video bonus question in the category of miscellaneous, it's worth 10 points, comes to us from Kent State University. We'll wait till this person finishes before we answer. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Mark Monday from the College of the Arts, Kent State University. Written by Tom Taylor, what play centers on the first meeting of American Asa Trenchard with his aristocratic English relatives, although it is more famous for being staged during the assassination of Abraham Lincoln?
Okay, anybody? And over to Aaron from Hudson High School.
My American Cousin.
Urbana High School with a guest there. Just didn't make it in time there, Greg. Sorry about that, Aaron. It's Our American Cousin, but you were very close, very close. Who memorialized his wife Frances with the sonnet The Cross of Snow, in addition to writing works like The Wreck of the Hesperus, Hyperion, and A Psalm of Life? That was Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Several of the co-conspirators of Guy Fawkes in the Gunpowder Plot included Thomas Percy, Christopher Wright, and what other man, the leader of the group, who planned the event? And Greg from Urbana.
Aaron Burr.
Hudson High School with a guess? Answer, Robert Keatsby. The mineral corundum is an oxide of what element, the most abundant element in the Earth's crust? Greg from Urbana.
Iron.
Hudson with a shot at that one. And Mayor Cha?
Nickel.
Looking for aluminum. The Fourth Amendment clause protecting against unreasonable searches and seizures was the basis for what landmark Supreme Court case in which a Cleveland woman was arrested for possession of obscene material? What case was that? Mapp versus Ohio. World history is the category now. Despite still being in exile during the Wu Qing uprising, who became the first president of the Republic of China in 1911 and served in that role until his, Greg from Urbana High School?
Chiang Kai-shek.
Served in that role until his death in 1925. Hudson? Sun Yat-sen. What coiner of the term Iron Curtain encouraged the British Aaron from Hudson High School?
Winston Churchill.
That was Churchill. Good quick answer there. A stalemate with the Egyptians at the Battle of Kadesh in 1283 BCE led to the downfall of the kingdom of what iron-using people in Asia Minor? Greg from Urbana High School.
The Hittites.
The Hittite kingdom, yeah. In what country did a 1956 revolution temporarily overthrow the communist government with Greg from Urbana High School?
Bulgaria.
With Najah briefly being prime minister before Janis Kadar took over as a communist dictator. What country? And this is for Hudson Merchal.
Hungary.
Hungary is right, yeah. What navy that was intended to keep the British from supporting the Netherlands independence movement was defeated by Lord Howard and Sir Francis Drake at the Battle of Greg from Urbana?
The Spanish Armada.
That is correct, yes. Bonus in world history. This is 10 points, guys. What Western African empire from the 15th to the 18th centuries, founded by Soni Ali, included the lands of the Mali Empire that had succeeded and had its capital at Gao? Over to Greg from Urbana.
The Zulus.
Hudson High School and Sean.
Ghana.
Tough one there, guys. Songhai Empire is the answer there. Okay, moving on now to the category of geography. The Huangchu River flows through the capital of what small Asian nation that is bordered on three sides by India and is located, Greg from Urbana?
Tibet.
Located in the Himalayan mountains with capital at Thimphu. And Mircha from Hudson?
Bhutan.
Yes, good answer there. The Fairfax Stone marks the source of the northern branch of what American river that receives the Shenandoah River and flows past such cities as Harper's Ferry in Washington, D.C. What river? And Andrew from Urbana.
Potomac.
Potomac, yeah. The Isthmus of Paracop forms the northernmost part of what peninsula that lies west of the Sea of Azov and contains the city of Kerch and Sevastopol, which border the Black Sea. Over to Greg from Urbana High School.
The Dardanelles.
Hudson High School with a guess? It's the Crimean Peninsula. The Yongin people are native inhabitants of what island bordering the Strait of Magellan that is shared between Chile and Argentina and given a name translated, Greg from Urbana High School.
Tierra del Fuego.
Yeah, translated as Land of Fire. Bonus question, geography, 10 points. The Koro Sea lies amid what archipelago nation that lies directly east of Vanuatu and features the islands of Vanua, Levu, and Viti Levu. And Mircha from Hudson High School?
New Caledonia.
The latter of which contains its capital of Suva. What nation is this? Greg from Urbana?
Samoa.
Close. We're looking for the Republic of Fiji. Fiji. The Truckee River is the lone outflow of what second deepest lake I'll finish that, in the U.S. that is located just 10 miles west of Carson City on the border between California and Nevada. What lake? Over to Greg from Urbana.
Crater Lake.
Hudson High School, you do have a chance to guess that. Mircha?
Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe is right. Good answer there for 5 points at the end. 60-45, close game between Urbana and Hudson. Second round is going to be good. Stay with us right here on the Westford Insurance Brain Game.
Hi,
Hi, I'm PJ Miller of Wallace & Turner Insurance, a Westfield independent agent located in Springfield, bringing you the Sharing Knowledge, Building Trust question of the week. True or false? When you build an addition on your home or make any major home improvement, you should contact your insurance agent to update your home insurance policy.
For the answer and a chance to win a Kindle, go to westfieldinsurance.com/ONN Brain Game.
It's your first day in business. A new space, real investors, and butterflies the size of dinner plates. You could be an inspiration, make a difference, sponsor a Little League team. Anything can happen. And because anything can happen, well, that's why there's Westfield Insurance. To find an independent Westfield Insurance agent in your area, visit westfieldinsurance.com.
Westfield Insurance is proud to award grants totaling $20,000 to the top 10 scoring teams in the competition. And the Westfield Insurance Brain Game champions will receive a grant of $6,000 for their school. Here's a look at the leaderboard. Now, back to Mike Kallmeyer.
All right, good looking leaderboard right there. Maybe one of these two high schools, if not both of them, will be there by the time this one's over with. Urbana and Hudson, 60-45. Close contest so far. We'll meet the contestants in just a moment. First, let's check in with our judge. Dr. John Lettingham comes to us from Capital University, a professor emeritus there. Retired now. And John, thinking back to your college days, what's your best advice for these kids heading off to college?
Get to know people. Get to know people. Take courses in things that just sound interesting, maybe aren't in your major. You know, the average student will change his or her major 5 times before they graduate. So go there, experiment. Take courses that Far Eastern art. Take a music course. Take courses that you normally wouldn't think of. And get to know people. Those people are going to be your friends probably for the rest of your life.
Good advice, Dr. John. Thank you. Yeah, the majority of the nation does not do what their college major was anyway. I'm one of them. So Hudson High School, let's go ahead and meet the contestants. We start with Aaron Byrne. Aaron, how are you, sir?
Good, thank you.
What do you do at school?
In addition to this, I do National Honor Society, mock trial, and I'm also a member of the choir.
All right. Where are you heading to school next year, you know?
I'm thinking Miami University.
Okay. Staying here in Ohio. Well, thanks a lot, Aaron. Next to him is Sean Newby, and you are a junior, Sean?
Yep.
What kinds of things are you involved with at school?
I'm part of Academic Challenge, of course, and also Science Olympiad. I played in chess club, and I'm just joined NHS.
All right. You're a pretty good chess player, aren't you? I can tell.
Slightly.
Yeah, slightly. Okay, thanks, Sean. Moving on down the road there to Mir Chow. Mir Chow Lazar. And Mir Chow, you are what year?
I'm a junior.
A junior? What do you do at school?
In addition to Academic Challenge, I'm also in Model UN, French Club, and National Honor Society.
All right, and then down there on the end is Kim Longfellow. You are a senior, Kim?
Yes, I am.
All right, what do you do at school?
I'm in National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, German Club, and the Explorer newspaper staff.
And where are you heading next year?
Either Gettysburg University, or Gettysburg College, or Middlebury College, or a few others, I'm not sure yet.
Okay, good luck deciding there. And nice uniforms, guys, too. Those are sharp looking. Across the aisle here, Urbana High School. We're going to start with Megan Rautzong, and you're a senior, Megan?
Yes.
And what do you do at school?
Swimming, golf, track, NHS Student Council, quiz team, and choir.
Any ideas about next year yet?
Yeah, I want to go into biomedical engineering, hopefully at Duke.
Okay, very cool. Duke University. And Greg is next to her. Greg Pfeiffer, also a senior, right, Greg?
Yes.
What do you do at school?
I'm an officer and section leader in my school's marching band. I play in pep band, concert band. I'm president of our school's Decade chapter, and I play varsity tennis in addition to doing quiz team, which is obvious.
It's obvious since you're here, we figured, right? Yeah. All right, next to Greg is Andrew Engels. Andrew, what year are you?
I'm a senior.
All right, what do you do?
I am on the swimming, cross country, and tennis teams, as well as I'm involved in the supply chain management program with DECA and Climber Singers.
All right, where are you heading next year?
Wright State University, majoring in athletic training.
All right, very cool. Down there on the end is Jack Wilbur. You're a senior as well, Jack. What
Correct.
do you do at school?
I'm one of the captains of our football team, vice president of National Honor Society, and also serve as choir president.
All right, and where are you heading next year?
Not sure, but plan on going in biomedical engineering also.
Biomedical engineering. Oh, Sounds interesting. Sounds like something that's way over my head, actually. Anyway, we're going to start in the category of science. These will be 10-point questions. Which law of physics seems to give rise to a paradox if one does not consider that current moves in a closed path, but actually says that electromotive force is induced by a changing magnetic field? What law of physics is that? That's Faraday's law of induction. What circuit elements fail at breakdown voltage, which can make dielectrics attached to them fail, are added when connected in parallel, and store electric charge, typically between two parallel plates? What is this? And Greg from Urbana?
Electrolysis.
Incorrect. Hudson with a guess? Capacitors is what those are. Bonus question, science. This is 15 points. What name is given to the branch of chemistry that studies heat absorbed or released by systems using, we go to Rashawn from Hudson High School.
Thermodynamics.
Systems using such namesake devices as the coffee cup and bomb types. What name is given to this branch of chemistry? Go down to Jack.
Ceramics.
It's called calorimetry. During the winter, when water vapor comes in contact with a cold surface, such as a window, frost is formed. This is an example of what phase change by which a gas turns directly into a solid. And Kim from Hudson?
Condensation.
Urbana with a shot at that one. And Megan?
Sublimation.
Two good guesses. It's called deposition. Cytochrome C is located on the inner membrane of what maternally inherited organelle with components known as cristae, which is responsible for production of ATP. And over to Megan from Urbana.
Mitochondria.
That is correct, yeah. The wobble effect concerns the third component of what entities whose start one codes for methionine and which are triplet base pairs that code for a specific amino acid. And we go to Greg from Urbana.
RNA.
Hudson High School with a guess at that one. It's called codons. Codons, tough one there. American literature is the category now. What Walt Whitman poem in 52 sections was the first poem published in Leaves of Grass and begins with the line, "I celebrate myself"? That poem was Song of Myself. Abigail Williams, Giles Corey, and John Proctor appear in what play about the sale? Greg from Urbana?
The Crucible.
That's right, by Arthur Miller. Bonus question, American literature, 15 points. A cat breaks a pickle dish belonging to Zenobia in this novel set in the town of Starkfield. Identify this novel about the title character's love for Maddie Silver by Edith Wharton. That's Ethan Frome is the novel. What author of the novels Omu and Taipei and the short story collection The Piazza Tales is best known for a novel about a sailor on the Pequod named Ishmael entitled Moby Dick? Over to Andrew from Urbana High School. He knows it, but it didn't come out, I can tell. Hudson High School with a guess there. And we got Aaron's the first one. Go ahead, Aaron. Herman Melville's what he said. That is correct for 10 points. Nice job. What American poet who commemorated the death of 21 soldiers with the poem Rouge Bouquet began his most famous poem with the line, "I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree"? What poet is that? That would be Joyce Kilmer. What author of The Ambassadors and Daisy Miller is known for a novel about Gilbert Osmond and Isabel Archer entitled Portrait of a Lady? What author? Answer there, Henry James. Okay, American history is the category. Edmund Ruffin was purportedly one of the first men to fire at what notable battle that ended with Robert Anderson's surrender to PGT Beauregard at a Charleston fort in the first battle of the Civil War? Megan from Urbana.
Fort Sumter.
Fort Sumter was the battle, yeah. FDR's first Secretary of Agriculture was what progressive nominee for president in the election of 1948, who is probably best known for succeeding John Nance Garner as vice president under FDR? And Greg from Urbana?
Henry Kingfish.
Hudson High School with a guess. And Mircha?
Truman.
Henry was right, but it was Henry Agard Wallace. Henry Wallace was the guy. Okay, guys, here comes the storm. We got lightning, we got thunder, we got 20-point questions, and here we go for 3 minutes. What Manchurian River forms most of the border between China and North Korea? Over to Greg from Urbana.
The Yangtze.
Incorrect, in Hudson High School with a guess. And Mir Cha, go ahead. I can see you pushing.